There's more to life than prancing around a dance floor, you know. I thought, especially you, Sam, I thought at least you knew it.
It's a harmless pleasure, Hallie. No one gets hurt.
It's also a rather simple one, you know.
You reckon so? Have you ever tried?
What, me? Dance?
Yeah, why don't you? I'll show you a simple step, the waltz. Then you try it.
And what's that going to prove?
That it might not be as easy as you think.
I didn't say it was easy, Sam. I said it was simple. Meaning simple-minded. Like in mentally retarded? You can't exactly say it challenges the intellect.
There's other things.
Such as?
Make people happy?
So do American cream soda, Sam. You honestly aren't asking me to take ballroom dancing seriously, are you?
Yes, I am.
Well, then, so much for at least trying to give you a decent education. I've obviously achieved nothing.
You still haven't told me what's wrong with admiring something beautiful and then trying to do it yourself.
Nothing. But we happen to be talking about ballroom dancing here, not a thing of beauty.
But that's just what I'm saying. If you had to see two champions doing it, two masters of the art.
I give up. I give up. It's also an art now.
Well, yes.
There's a difference, Sam. Just don't confuse art and entertainment.
So then, what is art?
What is art? What is art? What is life? Philosophers have been trying to answer that for centuries. But I suppose it's the giving of meaning to matter.
Nothing to do with beautiful.
It goes beyond that. It's giving form to the formless.
Well, then I suppose it's not art, but I still say it's beautiful.
I'm sure the word meaning to use is entertaining.
No, beautiful. And if you want proof, come along to the Centenary Hall in 2 weeks' time.
What's that going to prove?
It might not be as easy as you think.
I've seen the two of you prancing around here often enough.
This isn't the real thing, Hallie. We're just playing around in here.
So, I can use my imagination.
And what do you get?
A bunch of people dancing around and having a so-called good time.
That all?
Well, that is it, surely.
No, it isn't. There's so much more to it than that. We're practicing for the championships, Hallie, not just another dance. It's going to be a lot of people there, all right, and they'll be having a good time. But they'll only be spectators, just sitting on and watching. Only the competitors out there on the dance floor. Party decorations and fancy lights on the walls. The ladies in beautiful evening dresses.
My mother's got one of those. And quite frankly, it's an embarrassment every time she wears it.
Your imagination also left out the excitement. And the music.
Mr. Elijah Glandon, Zana, and his orchestral jazz audience. You have to go now.
The sound of the big band, Hallie. Trumpet, trombone, tenor, and alto sax. And your imagination also left out the climax of the evening. The dancing is finished and the competitors have stopped dancing. The master of ceremonies goes up onto the stage with the scorecards of the judges and is ready to announce the winners.
All right. You make it sound like a bit of a do. It's an occasion. Satisfied?
So you admit that?
Emotionally, yes. Intellectually, no.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that. All I'm telling you is that this is going to be the event of the year in New Brighton. It's been sold out for 2 weeks. There's only standing room left. We've got competitors coming from Port Alfred, East London, Kings Williamstown.
Tell me a bit more.
I thought you weren't interested. Intellectually.
I've got my reasons.
What do you want to know?
So, this takes place every year?
Yes, but only once every 3rd year in New Brighton. Next year, it's East London's turn to have the championships.
So I suppose that makes it an even more significant event.
Aha, so we're getting somewhere. Our occasion is now a significant event.
I wonder.
What?
I wonder if I could get away with it.
But what?
Write 500 words describing an annual event of cultural or historical significance. Would I be stretching poetic license a bit if I called your ballroom championships a significant event?
You mean... Victor Sylvester has written a whole book on ballroom dancing.
Are you going to write about it, Master Ali?
Yes, gentlemen, that is exactly what I think I'm going to do. Right, let's get ourselves organized. You've given me enough general atmosphere, but to build tension and suspense, I need facts.
Give him facts, so.
I'm ready.
Me also.
Alright, so let's start with what do you call the climax of the event? How many finalists?
6 couples.
And it's a full house?
Yes. Spectators seated round the hall. Ladies and gentlemen, we come now to the moment you have all been waiting for, the 1950 Eastern Province Open Ballroom Dancing Championships. First, let me introduce you to our finalists. Mr. and Mrs. Welcome Chabalaba from Kings Williamstown.
This is where you make a lot of noises and clap after every name, Master Ali.
Mr. and Mrs. Norman Ichinga from Port Alfred. And right here from New Brighton, our very own Mr. William Malopo and Miss Hilda Samuels.
Relaxed and ready to romance.
The applause dies down. Glad man lifts up his sax and nods to his orchestral Jasonians.
Jukebox, please.
I also only got bus fare, Willie.
Hold it a sec. How much is the till, Sam?
3 shillings. Your mom counted it before she left.
Sorry guys, you know how she carried on last time we did it? I guess we'll just have to pool our collective imaginations and hope for the best. So go on, Sam, how are the points scored?
10 points each for individual style, deportment, rhythm, and general appearance.
Must I start?
Hold it a sec. And penalties?
Penalties? For what?
Say a couple bumps into another, or someone trips and stumbles.
Wait, so if me and Miriam bump into you and Hilda?
If 2 people collide?
There are no collisions out there, Holly. Nobody trips or bumps or stumbles into anyone. Being one of the 6 finalists is like being in a dream, in which accidents don't happen.
Jesus, Sam, that's beautiful.
I'm starting. Of course it is. So I tried to tell you all afternoon. But instead, it's like you said, Hallie, we're constantly colliding into each other. Look at the 3 of us this afternoon. I bumped into Willie. The 2 of us have bumped into you. You bumped into your mother. She's bumping into your dad. None of us know the steps, and there's no music playing. And it's not just us. The whole world is at it. Open the newspaper, and what do you read? America's bumped into Russia. England's bumping into India. Rich man bumps into poor man. Those are big collisions, Hallie. They make for a lot of bruises, and we're sick and tired of getting hurt. Learn to live life like champions instead of forever remaining a bunch of beginners at it.
You've got vision, Sam.
Not just me. Everyone's got it. That's why there's only standing room left at the Centenary Hall in 2 weeks' time. For as long as the music lasts, we'll get to see life the way we want it to be.
But is that the best we can do, Sam? Watch 6 finalists pretending how the world should be?
I don't know, but it starts with that. Without the dream, we won't know what we're going for. Besides, I reckon a few of us have gotten past just dreaming and are trying for the real thing. Remember that thing we read once in the newspaper about Mahatma Gandhi going without food to stop those riots in India?
Yes, he certainly was trying to teach people the right steps.
Oh, and the Pope!
Yeah, he's another one. You know, that's kind of like what the United Nations boils down to. A dancing school for politicians.
Let's hope they learn.
Right, you know, there is hope for this world after all. This is a lot deeper than I thought. But anyways, back to our title. What do you think about a world without collisions?
Wow, that sounds great. A world without collisions.
Subtitle, Global Politics on the Dance Floor. A bit too heavy, eh?